All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the run, this is Ray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Watson now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today, Frank.
And now running right through it. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 23. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught at the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. He'll get it up the middle, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there, taking it in. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back, come back. Down. Black 22. Black 22.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. All of 360. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Black 22.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. They'll run with Clement. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This is Clement. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now out comes Houston. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Bring the line! Bring the line!
On the ground, it's Gray. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Come back, come back! Red, black 22! Black 22!
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Coleman has it here right side. He got 29 yards that time.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Gray. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
They'll run it now with Gray. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Watson. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Green the line! Green the line!
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. They go back to the ground now with Miller. About 3 yards there to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Black 22! Black 22!
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Set, 390.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. second down, Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Rivers. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get him there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30.
Missed.
He will not go down. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on second down. And some space here. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On play action, Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Let's go.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Escaping. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, and this results in 6. Touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Santos now to add the PAT. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 26. A run, it's Clement. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake here, Rivers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 47 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Carry now for Lamar Miller. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Benny Logan in there on the tackle. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Black 22! Black 22!
Play action from Miller. Now Watson going up top. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Out of his end zone, Rivers. Man open left side, it's Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On the carry, here's Clement. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Rivers now on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And give him a full 10 yards there, 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's going to get it running right.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Hey, Delta!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now it's Watson, and he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 10 now from the 27. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Down! Green, the line! Green, the line!
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. And on the ground they go with the running back. Pushing his way through. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Black 22. Black 22.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over. Unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Black 22. Black 22.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeout.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now they'll run it on the toss. I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run again with Clement. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Rivers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
would do? I don't
do
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, what a move. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Rivers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Rivers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Rivers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
White. Ready. Different 80.
Throwing, Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Texans, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.